And I am visiting the historic Boston Edison neighborhood of Detroit. I'm on the front porch of 36 Longfellow. This is 36 Longfellow in Detroit in the historic Boston Edison neighborhood. This is Woodward Avenue right there, and I'm surrounded by beautiful older homes. I'm on the porch of 36 Longfellow, which actually used to be owned by Frank Navin, who was an owner of the Detroit Tigers and also built what became Tiger Stadium. The front porch is wonderful. You walk up onto a patio, come onto the covered front porch, and here I go. I'm stepping inside. I think you'll be absolutely amazed by what you see in this house. I know I was. And that's because it's still so historically accurate. So this is Keith Weber.
Hi.
He is a real estate agent with RE/MAX Partners in Oakland County. And he sells homes up and down Woodward Avenue, and he's selling this home now. Keith, tell us what you think is the significance of this home.
This house is significant in several ways. Some of them are obvious. It has beautiful, beautiful architecture. It has expert craftsmanship. It's a house that was designed specifically to show off the way that the person in 1906 who built it wanted to live, which was open and bright and airy and surrounded by natural woods and ornate pieces. It's a beautiful home.
I think it's beautiful too. And you said you've had a lot of interest in the house too.
We have. We just put it on the market this week, and we've had tremendous interest in it so far. And we have complete confidence in the process here that we're going to make a good ending for both a buyer and for my client.
I think this room just took me away, or took my breath away. Here's just so much detail on the pillar and the ceiling.
Beams.
Yeah, these beams just extend here, and there's so much detail to them. And the windows, even the radiator, which has kind of the ironwork there that's just beautiful. It made it a piece of art. I want to show you people the book or the built-ins here. I'm a total sucker for built-ins. We have a fireplace. So in our walkthrough, I didn't notice that this is actually kind of a brass trim. It looks like there'd be room for some restoration there.
Sure, I think just some simple undoing might be helpful.
Okay.
Love the slender brick.
Yeah, oh, I didn't notice. Thank you for pointing that out. Oh, very cool. Okay, well, I'm going to keep walking around.
Off the main hall, there was the convenience of a parlor. Place to sit down and take off your boots and
This is amazing because there's so much light here, both from the landing and over here. Take a look at the window here, because we're going to come back to that. The big pane of glass and the smaller up top. And here's a view looking up the stairs from this area where you could sit and put on boots. Okay, I want to see the pocket door now. And so thick. So this would be dining room.
yes, formal dining room with beautiful cove ceilings,
Yeah.
with raised moldings.
And built-ins. I mean, there's just built-ins throughout this entire home.
Mm-hmm. The built-ins with the hutch and then the glass leaded accents above them.
Oh, nice. Okay, so here's the piece de resistance.
The library.
Here we go. I'm not sure if this video can pick it up, but there's a curve to the wall here that's replicated in the ceiling. It just makes it lovely. Even above the fireplace. And the fireplace has great tile. There's more leaded glass. And here's the trim.
And once in a while, if you press on the right door,
Oh, yes, yes, yes.
you might find that there's a cupboard behind.
That is so cool. We looked at two other ones over here, and it looked like it might have been the hidden liquor cabinet of the ages. There we go. Yes, you can see the bottle marks here. There's the curved glass window, which is kind of hard to show, I think, in this video, but you might be able to pick up the movement. So we got a comment here about how it's intact, that it hasn't been overdone.
Oh, right. So the good news is that it's been kept almost, we say original, but the character has not been destroyed, the woodwork has not been painted, there have not been improvements made that perhaps might not be aesthetically connected to the house. So in that sense, it's absolutely rare to find something that has what we would call good bones, like this one does.
Excellent. Okay, let's take a look at the kitchen.
We'll enter into...
Oh, first there's another exciting little area here.
And there's the butler's pantry.
Yes, the butler's pantry is so cool. I just love it with the bin pulls. And the height here. Window, open shelves, and the closed shelves. The little window here, so somebody could be making the food in the kitchen, then putting it in the window for somebody to carry out in a more formal setting. We've got more open shelves here. Oh.
And there's a pass-through!
Yes, we love the pass-through. Oh, and the trash bin. Nice size there. Okay, the kitchen. More great light. Here's a surprise for me. So we've got granite countertops added to the older cabinets, which I think is a wonderful update that's still attentive to the old detail. And speaking of old detail, the refrigerator's in a separate space. There's kind of a little room here, maybe a work area, and the refrigerator. But there's a reason. Here's the old, what did you call it?
The ice door.
Ice door. Here we go. So, back in the day, the ice would come for the ice box, and during the updating, turned into a refrigerator. There's another pocket door.
This one's great.
With a window. Cool. Oh, and here's a couple other little details. The skinny little window on the latch, I just think is such a cool little way to get air here, way to bring light in, way to be able to see just another corner. And this special detail is like they built it for me and my husband. We've got electric and gas to cook with. So this is back to the service steps. Should we go up these? All right. So if you've just joined in, this is 36 Longfellow Street in Boston Edison in Detroit. It's the kind of home I used to drive past and wonder what it was like inside. I'm so excited to be able to be inside here. So we're starting with kind of the...
Yeah, so we're starting with actually what would have been an in-law area, or an au-pair suite, consisting of 2 rooms, one mainly a sitting room and a place to put your clothes and things, and then a bedroom next to it.
I immediately thought B&B or Airbnb space.
Oh.
Turn it into a moneymaker. you want to talk about the list price for a minute?
Oh, the house is listed at $395,000.
Okay.
And I will say about like Airbnb, this is located in the Boston Edison Historical District.
Okay.
And there's a very active homeowners association here. So you'll want to check with the homeowners association to make sure that you're not violating any local ordinances or anything like that before you engage in stuff like that, I would imagine. But they're a very, very, very active homeowners association, and that really helps keep the neighborhood good. It really helps keep the neighborhood involved, all the neighbors involved, and everyone looks out for each other. And we're real close to Woodward Avenue, and as the city begins to spread and increase from downtown out, Woodward Avenue just becomes such an important corridor.
Oh, it's so true. Is this an enterprise zone too for taxes?
I don't know that.
Okay.
I don't know that.
Here's the bathroom. Oh, do you want to go to the...
Well, we can come in.
Okay.
Yeah.
So here's the fancy staircase.
Exactly.
With the big, beautiful window, the wonderful banisters, and just the sense of space here. And there's just a grandeur. Here's another. I can look down. Here's the landing. Just a big, beautiful window. So this would be kind of the formal way to come upstairs if you're the homeowner.
And then from a door here, you would enter into a master suite that would have primarily 2 rooms, a sleeping chamber and a sitting room. The sitting room has a bay window which actually mimics the one in the living room, bringing in lots of natural light again.
It's so wonderful. And this is the room where we talked about the moldings, I think, isn't
Yeah,
it?
just the floor moldings, the detail work.
There's just so many levels here where it's just not a simple molding, just nice details. Nice wide window. Wonderful. And here's the ensuite part of it, right?
Mm-hmm. We got our connected bath. Again, certainly needs some attention, but it has wonderful features. I've never seen so much linen closet space inside a bathroom.
Seriously, it's up to the ceiling. I can't even touch those handles. There's a shower. Shower to be updated.
Mm-hmm.
Nice wide windows. Radiator again. In a separate room, which could be a nursery,
Mm-hmm.
she said. Or,
Yeah, because it adjoins the master through the bath.
And here's the same window look. The
Yep,
open
again.
pane at the bottom.
Yep.
And the top. Okay. Lots of storage here.
And now we can ascend down the grand staircase.
So this was built in 1906.
1906.
And Frank Navin, an owner of the Detroit Tigers, who hired or bought Ty Cobb.
Brought Ty Cobb to Detroit.
He brought Ty Cobb to Detroit, and he moved in here in 1910, and he lived here until he died in 1935.
That's correct.
And that was right around the time that the Tigers won the World Series.
In fact, they won their first World Series, I believe, 6 weeks before he died.
Oh, wow. Okay, I'm descending the grand staircase. And I can't help but feel like kind of that Depression era vibe here, that just, you know, of a different era. But it's not too much. This isn't like
No, it's not.
out of scale crazy.
Exactly, exactly. You don't have to wonder who's going to polish the ballroom floor.
No, you don't. And you don't have to have like 15 children to fill out the bedrooms or any of that. So the price is actually very close to the average, or the median price in Ann Arbor right now, which I find fascinating.
I do too. I do too.
There's definitely a value to these old homes that might not quite be recognized, even though that's a good price for Detroit.
Well, and again, it's in the right direction.
So we're heading to the basement, which had a few surprises. tell you, my first surprise is the fact that it's dry. I can tell that it's not wet. And we had a conversation about that, which, you know, in a house this age, there's so much value there. Here comes another surprise.
The story goes that when the Tigers played a home game at Navin Field, which became Tiger Stadium, the receipts from the night, the cash proceeds, couldn't go to the bank because the banks were closed. So Mr. Navin installed a safe. And the safe has not one safe door, but two safe doors that lead into a safe room.
Wow, this is just crazy. It's a little bit dark,
Yeah.
but I hope you can see. There's the light from the hall. There's brick. Glass block window. This is a curved room too.
Yep, it's underneath the library.
Okay, excellent. And can we look at the bars on the window?
Oh, and this one, yeah, sure. I think that this was probably used when someone else was dropping the money off. They could drop the money in this way, but these bars would prevent them from going all the way in.
Awesome. It's so amazing to think about that.
Yeah.
How much money must have been stored here.
Sure.
Although I don't know if baseball was a big deal for that entire time.
Actually, when Mr. Navin built that stadium, it held 23,000 people.
Wow.
So, I mean, that was big league. I mean, he really brought big league baseball to that corner of Michigan and Trumbull, and that's where it grew its lore. So there's value and importance in that.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I'm sorry about the lighting. I wish I could show you this room in a different way. It's just yeah, actually, I don't know. The door is so heavy. Okay, awesome. Upstairs this way?
Yes.
Okay. Here we go. I'm heading upstairs here to get back to the living area. There's lots of old green paint here, which I actually find pretty interesting too, when you find some of the old furniture with that green milk paint on it and etc. I think it just speaks of an era. It's just really cool. So there's the back staircase. Here's the bathroom. You know, these bathrooms don't quite look like we expect today, but look at the space, the window, the hooks on the wall, even the ceiling. It's difficult to tell from a phone here, but there's just an interesting line to this room. So what do you expect to happen next with this listing?
I expect it to sell.
Excellent.
And then I expect the new owner to come in and continue to preserve it and most likely improve it and love it, just like it's been loved for over 100 years.
Wonderful. Well, thank you for showing us around.
Thank you.